I didn't even plan for the poof ball to be like directly in front of me this time. So, let's see, my low, my high, my act of kindness today. I don't know. With my low, I sort of misinterpreted something that my father said to me, which, I mean, it made me feel low because it was that sort of talk where, actually, hold on a second, let me fix the camera a little. That looks a little bit better, I guess. Hold on. That's weird. I never have trouble with this camera. It's the same camera I use every day. My father said that, it's the whole I'm not going to live forever thing. Unfortunately, my dumb brain thought he said I don't have long left for this world. So, I contemplated to be honest, I'm still sort of contemplating it even now. But, I talked it over with my father later that evening. And, throughout church, I just began, yesterday when I was in church, I began to, start tearing up. I'm not even kidding. My father looked at me in church you okay? I'm like, yeah. Thank goodness, because here's the thing, for those of you who don't know, when you go to church, obviously we're all wearing masks. I'm actually really glad I was wearing a mask because I guarantee it would not have looked very pretty. Don't get me wrong, I will never say anything's wrong with crying. Crying is the most beautiful, human, emotional thing we can ever do. But, honestly, nothing was really going on surrounding us in church to constitute or warrant me, crying. So, at that point, you just gotta man up, I guess. Don't get me wrong. Again, crying is the most beautiful human thing you can ever do. A good cry is good for you. It really is. In fact, honestly, I felt better after that. I got sort of welled up and teary-eyed yesterday. But sometimes, it's okay to cry, but you may need to move along a little bit, because life will not slow down. It will not. So, my low is, while I accidentally misinterpreted what my father said, the thought of, if he ever left or anything still is, it's kind of scary. It is. And don't get me wrong, to be perfectly honest, and I said this on day 1000, to say I have mixed emotions about my mother and father is kind of an understatement. But I would still feel really upset should that day ever come, if you will. Funny I'm talking about this now, considering what tomorrow's video is going to be. My high, in spite of that, my high yesterday was, spending the day with my father and a little while my mother too. And my mom came back from work and we watched some TV and it was quite nice. And my act of kindness, because here's the thing, I spent a good majority of my day in Corning yesterday, but I had some free time to head back to, technically I probably could have head back here, but I just find it easier to hang out at my folks' place until, it's time to get ready to go to church. So I just hung out at my folks' place. And my father likes to go to confession at 2:30, I think is when it is. And he just hangs in the church until church starts. So while my father was gone, I actually did a little housework for him. Nothing major, just there was a whole bunch of dirty dishes in the sink and, I cleaned them up and put them in the dishwasher. And I ran the dishwasher. So by the time my father and I both got back from going to Storage's for dinner, the dishes were done and I just simply put them away. Simple as that. And needless to say, my mom was actually quite happy to see that when she got home. Although, I'm sure she probably knows. She said, oh, someone cleaned up the kitchen. She probably will think it's either my father or me, but should anyone ask, I really was the one who did it. So, yesterday was, quite nice. Good morning and happy Sunday, everybody. It is Sunday, and it has some NFL picks, but, a few funny things happened between like yesterday and before I started making like the video for today, that is. Like, right before I started making the video, I don't know why, but I immediately thought of like, that one Spongebob episode where like Spongebob like empties out all his thoughts except for fine dining and breathing. And I just immediately think of that one where like table for Humana. I shall see you immediately. That's a good Spongebob episode. I like that episode. It's fun. Another funny thing that happened yesterday was, I watched the Grand Line review on YouTube, and he actually came out with, because like me, he's also a One Piece fan, easily a greater One Piece fan than I will admit to that, and he said that he made a video yesterday, I'll put a link to the description of that video down below, where he talked about his predictions for what will happen when we get to chapter 1000. And by his predictions, he means all of his commenters and subscribers. And, basically come up with, like, what do you think is going to happen? A what if scenario, if you will. And one of the funnier ones I saw, which actually got me to laugh, is, okay, you need to know the setup before I tell you what it is. See, One Piece has been in publication since 1997. It has been going on for over 23 years at this point. Entering 24 in 2021. Like, then it'll be like July of 2021, it'll be 24 years. And the way that, weekly shonen manga works is it's weekly. It comes out weekly, but, there are breaks, like there's a Japanese holiday, or maybe Oda himself isn't feeling too well, which happens a lot. I mean, this year, obviously because of global events, there were a lot of breaks this year. So many that only now are we on the cusp of reaching chapter 1000 after almost 24 years. And I actually went over this a little bit, but from what I hear, it's been confirmed that chapter 1000 will be the first manga chapter released in 2021, which, okay, I was going to do a manga chapter reaction on my birthday, but you know what, that's fine. The Masked Dancer will premiere the night before, so I'll just simply talk about that, see what I think about it. I honestly can't wait to watch that show. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm definitely looking forward to talking about that. See if that'll be like my new thing. I'm sure it will be. I mean, it's made by the same people who do The Masked Singer. Ken Jeong is going to be one of the judges in that show too, so. And I like Craig Robinson, the host, so The Masked Dancer is almost guaranteed to not fail. So I really can't wait to watch it. Anyway, since with us being on the cusp of chapter 1000, the Grand Line Review made, any commenters or subscribers, comment, what do you think is going to happen at the end of chapter 1000? And remember, One Piece has been going on for over 23 years. It's going to be 24 in 2021. So, someone commented saying, we reached the end of chapter 1000. And in like the bottom corner or whatever, it says, end of prologue. Oh man, I had myself a good hearty laugh when I heard that one. Because you can look at it as both a very good thing and a very bad thing. The good thing is, we're only just getting started. One Piece, this is the manga that never ends. This just goes on and on, my friends. But by that logic, should that really happen, that means I'm going to be long dead long before One Piece is over. And in case you guys are wondering how old Ichiro Oda is, actually, you know what? Hold on a second. I need to look that up myself. I think he might be in his 40s. Late 40s, early 50s. Hold on. Interesting fact though, his birthday is January 1st. So that's really cool. Let's see. Okay, so as of this video, he is 45 years old. He will be turning 46 on January 1st, 2021. Cool. So, yeah, he's actually 45. I mean, we can make jokes all we want that 45 is old, but honestly, considering that he draws for a living, the manga that is, and when it's all said and done, he is going to be comfortably well off, considering that One Piece is the third highest grossing comic book of all time, right behind Batman and then Superman at number 1. But if that really was to be the case, that only after chapter 1000 is the prologue, I'm going to be dead long before One Piece is over. Ah, boy. Well, at least should I die before One Piece ends, I'll say, you know what, it was a fun ride. Because it was. I mean, I'm very positive that that's not going to happen. You know, there are theories all over. There are theories all over the place as to what Chapter 1000 is going to happen. Like, Luffy's going to awaken his Devil Fruit power and activate Gear 5th. Or, like, or Kaido and Big Mom will be on the roof of Onigashima doing a little bit of the nasty. Like, there are theories and speculations all over the place. Unfortunately, until the fated day, when 2020 is over, you know, in 2021. So I imagine, let's see, January 1st is going to be a Friday. So the 3rd, January 3rd, you know, Oh, never mind. I'm thinking that normally I get my haircut before I do holy cow. I just realized. I'm going to be doing the State of My Being address on the day a new manga chapter is released. I have that reaction. Chapter 1000 will be on, my reaction to Chapter 1000 is going to be on day 1100 when I do the State of My Being address. Okay, that's going to be a great way to kick off another 100 days. And honestly, to sort of kick off 2021. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wish Chapter 1000 would come out at the end of this year, so you can say, you know what, 2020 really wasn't that great, but you know, we made it to Chapter 1000 in 2020. That's got to be worth something, right? But, you know, sadly, you know, the fates will not allow that. But, you know what? A manga chapter reaction in the beginning of 2021, and for me, day 1100, that's going to be pretty dope. More than dope, actually. That's going to be a pretty big day. Actually. Yeah. Because and that actually reminds me of something. Speaking of when a manga chapter is released, normally the manga chapters are going to be released on Sundays. In fact, to be perfectly honest, I really could do a video after the manga chapter comes out, and I could do my reaction there. But, you know, I sort of like to wait it out. Plus, I'd rather have an entire video dedicated to my reaction to the chapter. But, considering what tomorrow is, and what it entails, I may wind up doing a manga chapter reaction later this evening. I'll have to see about that. Because as much as I would love to tell you what chapter 998 is going to entail, what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow takes much, much, much more precedence and priority. That I can't ignore it. So just letting you guys know what the plan may be going forward for the next couple of days. So with that being said, before I end off, how about I make some NFL picks, shall we? Okay, let's see. The Titans and the the Titans are going to beat the Jaguars, hands down. It's not even a question. Vikings and Buccaneers. I think I'll pick the Buccaneers to win today. Seems like a good idea. The Chiefs and the Dolphins. Oh, please. The Dolphins are good, but come on, man. You're going up against Patrick Mahomes. No contest. The Chiefs are beating the Dolphins today. The Broncos and the Panthers. Ooh, Super Bowl 50 rematch. Yeah, I'll take my chances with the Panthers, though. To be honest, I thought the Panthers were going to win that Super Bowl. Yeah, I'll be honest, I really was never sold on Peyton Manning. Not really. To me, he just seemed like the sort of typical nice guy, pretty decent at football type person. Which is true, but still. See, the Titans and the Bears. Yeah, I'm already wearing the jersey one up, the Bears. The Cardinals and the Giants. Yeah, the Cardinals. I'll pick the Cardinals to win. The Cowboys and the Bengals. Listen, I feel really bad for the Bengals. I'm completely numb for my Dallas Cowboys. But unless your name is Tom Brady and you're up in New England, I'm going to be picking my Cowboys no matter what. So go Cowboys. Let's see, the Colts and the Raiders. That's going to be a good game. But I think I'll be picking the Raiders over the Colts. It'll be a good game, though. See, the Jets and the Seahawks. Oh, please. If the Seahawks lose out to the Jets, they don't deserve to go to the playoffs indefinitely. I mean, right now, the Seahawks, I think, are like the 5th or the 6th seed for the NFL standings if, like, the playoffs were to start today. But, yeah, there you go. Let's see. The Packers, Lions, Packers. Aaron Rodgers is going to beat the Lions. He's always gotten the better of Matthew Stafford, which is a real shame because I really like Matthew Stafford at the Lions. See, the Falcons and the Chargers? You know what? I'll pick the Chargers. I really do like Justin Herbert. See, the 49ers and the Washington football team? 49ers. As long as, to my knowledge, George Kittle is healthy, and if George Kittle is healthy, the 49ers will always have a chance. See, the Saints and the Eagles? Oh, please. I feel bad for Jalen Hurts, but you know what? What's done is done, and I'm picking the Saints over the Eagles. I like Jalen Hurts, too. Real shame he's going up against that juggernaut defense, though. And tonight, the Steelers and the Bills. Ooh. This game really could be the AFC Championship, potentially. Because up until a week ago, the Steelers were undefeated. And the Bills, you know, if they win tonight, they most definitely clinch a spot in the playoffs. To be perfectly honest, well, yeah, I'd say they would need to win one, maybe two more games before the playoffs, before they clinch a spot. But if the Bills win tonight, making the playoffs is all but guaranteed. So you know what? Let's go Buffalo. All right, so the recap on all of my picks are the Titans, the Buccaneers, the Chiefs, the Panthers, the Bears, the Cardinals, the Cowboys, the Raiders, the Seahawks, the Packers, the Chargers, the 49ers, the Saints, and the Bills. So those are all my picks, and I'll let you guys know. If a video shows up and I just happen to be doing a manga chapter reaction, you'll know. Like, favorite, chat, subscribe, and follow me so for information. I'm very humble in this video for all you guys watching. Hopefully a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And remember, guys, I want to talk channel is going to be here till the end of the year. Always here back. Take care and make good choices. Now, if you excuse me, I have a very important video to prepare for tomorrow. Take care. Oh. You wanted to say bye too.